Hello, Scorpios. Listen, I was not supposed to do this. At least not now. I just finished a random reading. And the first thing I heard after I got my tea, because I have the sniffles, okay? Sexy man ended up at the hospital. Right? I was like, what the heck? And then I heard Virgo. And I was like, okay, Virgo, let's do your message very quickly, because that was a straight up channel message. And I realized I already done Virgos, Scorpios. So you're dealing with a Virgo or somebody that has a sex demon on them. They could come off as a Virgo. They could have Virgo placements. Google Virgo characteristics. That's that person, right? It don't have to be Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, etc. But an individual, nonetheless, collective. Scorpio, somebody has a sex entity on them. Specifically, what I wrote down, sex demon. And that demon now is at the hospital. Now, this could also be a situation where it's like you were intimate with somebody and that the entire time this person was a sex demon. They had an incubus, a succubus on them. They had an entity on them, an attachment. So you got sick dealing with that person because the whole entire time they were demon in human flesh, okay? Or they had an entity on them. So if you ever got sick dealing with somebody, that means they have an attachment. To be specific, they were demonic, they had a demon on them, they have an entity on them. Now, if you didn't get sick dealing with this person, they are now sick now for messing with you, Scorpio, and they're at the hospital, okay? Let's just clarify. So for some of you guys, you got sick dealing with this person, as you had to end up at the hospital. And for others, they're now the sick one at the hospital. I would say this though, if you're watching this, I'm tuning into if you dealt with a Virgo, Scorpio, that Virgo now is, well, let me just say they're locked up at the hospital for messing with you. I know what they did, but that is the first message. All right. I'm going to say this though, Scorpio, you're the one that is coming off on the favor is in Scorpio's side, okay? Justice is on Scorpio's side, okay? Especially if you dealt with what I just said. But let's pull some cards, because that's severe. Damn, okay? You could be somebody that's like wear a covering on your head when you go to sleep, like a bonnet, a scarf. That could be relevant. But let's see. What's up? What's with this spirit? This sex demon at the hospital. What is happening? Okay. So we got this one here, knighthood. Oh my, the sniffles are activated. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this quickly. So this person here, they were supposed to be your protector, your provider, your safe space. They were not. Again, I'm channeling Virgos. Like, I'm going to say this. Side note, if you're Virgo watching this, you could be dealing with another Virgo. Because something about the Virgo person ending up at the hospital. Now, like I said, they could just have Virgo characteristics. Just Google Virgo characteristics, good and bad. And that could be that person, okay? I'm not kidding when I say I have the sniffles. So I'm trying to make this reading as efficient and straightforward. And not as long as I used to do my readings, okay? So yeah, this person was supposed to have your back, be there for you, provide for you, or take care of you, okay? Now, this could also be symbolic for maybe somebody that didn't use protection, right? Because they didn't use protection, now somebody's at the hospital. I'm getting different scenarios. If you got sick because somebody didn't use protection, you could have got to the hospital, Scorpio. But like I said, justice is on your side. So whatever happened, you're good. Let me clarify. Obviously, that was traumatic, but you are solid. Okay? The Virgo one is also, whoever's at fault, they're the one at the hospital. Okay, so I feel like this is making make sense. Okay, so if somebody didn't use protection, like literal, let's speak on some logical stuff. This person is not at the hospital right now. Now, this could be because of like, maybe this person cheated on you, Scorpio, right? And they cheated on somebody they didn't use protection with, and now they're at the hospital. It's either that, or it's making make sense, okay? It's either they were supposed to be your safe space, your safe haven, or somebody didn't use protection and now they're at the hospital, okay? That is somebody's message. Anything else in relation to this? So, we got the Father, okay? So, spanning on the messenger, some of you guys, you dealt with people that not only cheated on you, the reason why they're at the hospital, because it doesn't have to be severe as in a health issue. Somebody could also be pregnant, okay? The person that was supposed to be with you, they got somebody else pregnant. Message, okay? Now, this is the thing. If they have an entity on them, they were sent by universal cosmic forces, okay? If you are somebody that's a divine feminine, divine masculine, their target was to create chaos into your life. So for instance, you ending up at the hospital was the mission, right? Them cheating on you, getting somebody else pregnant, or them just being sick, that was the mission. For you to be stressed, afflicted with something, or targeted, okay? So as harsh as it sounds, collective, it was according to plan, not in your favor, but as a target, Scorpios. However, like I said before, justice is on your side. Okay? Let's continue. So we got authority figures. A lot of you guys, they didn't want you to be empowered, Scorpios. So their mission was to make sure that you get stripped away with this stress, chaos, baby on the way, illness, come what may. But like I said, you guys are good. What's happening to the other side of the coin is a different story because they failed. Okay? Even if you ended up at the hospital, it wasn't just that. It was much bigger. Okay, so a lot of you guys were attacked on this like a spiritual, cosmic level. That means you have a bigger purpose on this earth than you think. Okay? So for right now, personally, I need you to cleanse the energy. I need you to fast. Okay? I need you to pray, meditate, all that. Heavy on the fasting. If you're getting so attacked that it shows up physically, right? For instance, like I just said, if you end up at the hospital for dealing with somebody, right, and you know something is off with their energy, you are targeted, okay? I just said sex demon. So I need you to clock in with the protection mode. My personal advice is for you to fast. Like right now. Okay, just start right now. Like, don't wait until this message is over. Just start right now. Okay? Hey, maybe you need to click off and do some prayer and come back and watch again. Because I feel like it's quite serious if you get attacked in a way where you end up ill or at the hospital. Something is not right with the, something is not correct, okay? Spiritually, okay? Because there is levels to this. You can be attacked when somebody like wants your position or is envious, jealous of you, and you're always in an argument. When you end up at the hospital, when you get sick, collective, it's a different type of ball game. This is not an attack from a fucking hater. This is an attack from the fucking devil. This is an attack from fucking entities, devil himself, demons, frequencies, and this is beyond the flesh, okay? This is not a laughing matter, but I need you really to lock in. Scorpios, I need you to lock in the protection mode. So should we leave this message ahead? Okay, so I'm gonna leave this and we're gonna just do random for Scorpios, because I know, listen, this is not for everybody. This is a specific message for specific Scorpios, okay? And or cross watchers, but I feel like Scorpios are, there is a link to you guys. There's always some bullshit happening when it comes to Scorpios. I wanted to do this reading in a very much namaste, love and light way, okay? But the bullshit's the number one to escape when it comes to Scorpio. Okay, so we got a Knight of Pentacles. You got an individual here that wants to come in with an offer. This person here, they now have their shit together. Things are much more stable. So they're like, I want to come in and offer something to Scorpio. It is actually a masculine. I'm tuning into the energy of like, let me be there for you. Let me take care of you. Let me love you. So you have a person that wants to take care of you, wants to love you. Okay. They couldn't do this before, or at least they tried to, but it was unsuccessful because their life was in shambles. Their life was not balanced. They didn't have this shit together. And now they feel like they're good enough for Scorpios. Okay. Is that the title? Anyways, this person here, they've been doing their research. They've been like, you know, they know the pros and cons and how to deal with a Scorpio now. Well, some, not all of them, okay? But they know, okay? They know now. Going back to the first message, this person is a mess, okay? They're really a mess. They really got you fucked up, okay? The sex demon person, they really got you fucked up. They're now a mess, okay? I just also want to say that. Because somebody really thought that they could take you out. And not just with some sort of, I'm talking about take you out. Like, you ended up at the hospital was like phase 1, okay? So let's continue. I just want to write down like the title. So yeah, this person feels you're so amazing, Scorpio, and you're like a hard worker. You're definitely this person's like dream. Oh, I love me some tea. I love me some tea. Anyways, you got a person here that's really stressed right now, burdened as well. They're not happy. They're trying to act like everything is good, happy. I feel like this could be anyone: friend, family, co-worker, sibling, past lover, new lover. Somebody really is burdened by something. It could be your mental health. This card came out, okay? But it came out like this on the floor. Somebody's like upset, angry, okay? But they don't want you to know, Scorpio. This person is really struggling with something, but they don't want you to know. So why is this message coming up if they don't want Scorpio to know? This person here, they want you to have the perception of them like being non-reactive. They want you to have the perception of they can take care of it, or take care of themselves, basically eating them up. Okay, so somebody doesn't feel safe to like open up to you, Scorpio. But the thing is this, I don't even know if this is your problem. I don't think it's your issue though. But somebody that you're close to, somebody's really struggling right now, right? But they don't want to involve you, because if they do, it might affect you and they don't want to. What the heck is this? Yeah, somebody, this person or somebody, they feel like if they tell you what's happening, Scorpio, not only will you, but I don't, has it to do with Scorpio though? Because I don't feel like it does. It has to do with you, Scorpio. But not really though. But for some of you guys, it does. They know if you know. Because in the beginning, I feel like somebody's just kind of stressed out, okay? It could be like anything. Work, money, traumas, mental health, right? But based on the cards here, for some of you guys, it has to do with you, but they don't want to tell you because they don't want to burden you. This is the thing though. They feel like if they do tell you, you will not look at them the same. And you might judge them. And you might not have sympathy for them. Okay, so for some of you guys, somebody just stressed out and they don't want to involve you with the bullshit. But for others of you guys, it has to do with you. And they're hiding this. Because they have this fear of, if Scorpio knows, that means that you will look at them in such a way where it's like, it will never be the same. What the fuck is this? What is happening? Okay, what is this? So yeah, it has to do with you. So for a lot of you guys, we get the Empress card. So Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aries could be relevant, or a mother figure, okay, or a business that could be relevant as well. We get the Empress, and we also get the Hierophant. For a lot of you guys, it has to do with somebody's belief system, connection to God, or another spouse. Collective, I am a little bit sus. In one of the readings, let me just double check. Because I feel like somebody is giving double life. I'm not sure. I feel like if somebody did something towards you, Scorpio, and they're so afraid that you will look at them differently if you find out. I want to know what it is. It has to do with the zodiac signs, or a mother figure, or God, or another couple, or a partner. I don't know if this is like their ex-husband, ex-wife, right? Or what they believe in. That's going to shock you. This could be in the sense of like, an example. I'm looking at my tea can and the water is like moving. However, it's not plugged in. So I feel like somebody has some pent up emotions and they're afraid if you know what it is, it's going to jeopardize the relationship forever. I feel like somebody shares something heavy with you, like where it's like it's not worth for you to find out because it might fuck their life up forever. It's either assets or something with a past connection, something of this nature, because I was trying to figure out if it's like a cheating thing, or like they have another family, like a double life thing. It's not that, but it's something where you're gonna be so disappointed and you will never look at them the same way. I don't know what it is. It's gonna piss you off, but it's not even that. It's not you being angry that's like triggering. It's you being disappointed. That, like, Scorpio is not gonna look at me with the same eyes if they know. If they find out, they will never look at me the same. It's worse than Judgment. I don't know what it is, collective. I'm trying to clarify behind here with the cards, you know, but it's I know the phone wanted to stop. Damn. Listen, if you find out about this, it's gonna change the trajectory of your guys' relationship. You might like crash out on them. I feel like they prefer it. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like when Scorpio switch up, it is that shit for life. There's no bringing back Scorpio from whatever it is. I don't know what it. I really don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure out with the cards. Okay, but it's very severe for them not to like tell you, but it is eating them up though. All right. Maybe they also share something with their past connections still. Maybe it's, I don't know what, I mean, this is an example. You told them that you don't want them to be in contact with their ex-wife, husband, right? Unless it's for the children, if they have children, right? But they're still like in contact, and then you will find out, and that betrayal is worse than Scorpio is like, because I'm getting this meme. It's like two comedians. I don't know what their name is. Like, I'm trying to. I will try to reenact it. But it's like, I'm fine, and the cosplayers, they're like, the male is asking the feminine, like, "Are you okay? Are you good?" And the feminine is like, "I'm good. I'm fine. Everything is fine, right?" But everybody knows when a feminine is like, "I'm fine," but they have this like stank attitude, they're not really fine, right? And then at the end, the feminine would just, go crazy and ballistic. Maybe not in that same instant, but like a week later or a month later, and they're just gonna explode. And the masculine is gonna be like, "I don't understand why you're so angry," and it's gonna go back to the time where she was like, "I'm fine. Everything is fine. I'm not angry." That mean, and I feel like somebody is afraid of you acting in that way, Scorpio. And I feel like that is much worse than you going crazy, crash out on them, having a mental breakdown on them. It's something about you being cool, calm, and collected, like in the moment, that is shit bat crazy for the person you're dealing with. Okay? I don't know what it is, but at some point I feel like you're gonna find out, if we're gonna go based on the meme, and the person is right. Is worse than Judgment. Is it worse than Judgment? I guess you won't come back from that. I did my best, collected with the cards and the messages, so we're gonna just leave it as such. But you're definitely gonna know what it is, and the fear that they have of Scorpio finding out. They're right. They're absolutely right. Let's move on. Okay. Anything else for Scorpios? We got the Devil card. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Capricorn or not a Scorpio as well. This person here is going through a tower moment. Now, this person could be really much like angered by you, frustrated. Now, this could go both ways. So we got the tower moment, right? Let me just do this. We got this card, and we also have the Devil card. So this could be sexual frustrations, like somebody is obsessed with you, obsessed with being with you, obsessed with not having you but being with you. So it could be like an attractiveness, obsessiveness, sexual chemistry, the anticipation of being with you, or somebody is pissed off, is about to go ballistic. So it's like two different messages here. Okay, I would just say this: if you have a good relationship with your partner, it's about to be more passionate, more amplified. And for others, there's somebody that just want to smack your head, Scorpio, for some reason. I don't know why. They're really upset here. This person could be air sign, Capricorn, Scorpio, like I said. They just want to give it to you straight. It is a feminine that is just off the rails, going to be so pissed off at you. And you're going to feel very small. Now, it could also be the same feminine that has this sexual chemistry with you, Scorpios. Okay? That like to be dominant. It could also be that. Okay? Make you make sense. But I feel like somebody's going through like a mental breakdown for sure. 10 of Swords is relevant. Okay? So let's continue. So we got the Knight of Swords here. So somebody wants to come in with some sort of clarity or truth to you. They want to tell you that they are not happy. Like they're faking it. Okay? Somebody feels confused, Scorpio. You could also feel confused about this person, but I feel like they're confused because you feel confused. So, long story short, somebody does not want to fight with you. This person doesn't want to fight with you, whoever they are in your life, but they're confused about your confusion. So, and they don't want to say something where it's going to trigger you or you're going to be upset. So, this individual needs to have healthy communication with Scorpio. Heck, Scorpio, if you feel like somebody's confused about you, talk to them and don't react, because somebody's expecting you to react. I don't feel like you will, but this person feel like you're going to react in a triggering way. Healthy communication. If it don't take place, if you guys don't communicate, I do feel like somebody will end the relationship and prefer to be by themselves. Okay, that's the energy I'm feeling. So let's do like positive messages for Scorpio. Always coming towards you guys during this month. It's relevant. So we got a lot of you guys are gonna trust in the flow of what's happening in your life. You're not gonna stress too much. Trust in the magic. Whatever happens, happens. I do feel like you're gonna have a little bit more. Well, for some of you guys, a carefree attitude is the best way for things to flow good for you guys. Okay, for some of you guys, you want to tap into different spirituality. I'm tuning into Santeria. Okay, if you're getting into new practices, make sure that you do it according to free will and universal law. Okay, practicing hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, so on. Even as well, I consider myself as somebody that believes in the Most High, right? But I do know that there are frequencies of lower areas, right? But if you practice something and your heart is in the right space, mentally, right? And for example, if you're into alternative medicine, right, or herbs and things of that nature, within religion, people look at that as demonic practices, right? But within hoodoo, voodoo, and Santeria and so on, or dare I say even hippies, they look at that as healing medicine. So listen, my take on certain practices, certain titles, it's not how the world sees it, okay? And I feel you coming from that same mentality as well, collective. I hope so. But like I said before, make sure that you do everything according to free will for yourself and other people, okay, as well as universal law. Heavy on the universal law, because it's the thing. Universal law, spiritual law, cosmic laws is a thing. Just like there are laws on this planet, there's laws on a spiritual level. So go for it, okay? Maybe you're somebody that likes to learn about like teas and so on, right? Healing teas. Right now, I'm actually personally on ashwagandha. I would say so. I don't suffer from anxiety, but I know for a fact that a lot of people that may have anxiety triggered emotions, ashwagandha will help them. And that's a better alternative than going to get medicine induced anxiety pills. Okay, like there are levels to this. Maybe you're like interested in things of that nature. Okay, so a lot of you guys are gonna surrender to the flow, like I said. But for some of you guys, you're not. Make sure don't get tested or triggered. For some of you guys, there might be a lesson in being tested and triggered again. It's gonna teach you how to surrender. Okay. I almost forgot. It is the Mercury retrograde. So if you do get tested and triggered, don't beat yourself up. Okay? Because I feel like a lot of bullshit happens during the Mercury retrograde. It seems to be given. I also want to thank Holy Spirit for me to even deliver this message. Because like I said, I had the sniffles. But here we are. Here we have your 2-2 type of insight. Hopefully you like it. We're gonna do a love message very quickly for those that are in a relationship. Disclaimer: if you are official, you broke up, you miss each other, or what to do to fix it based on the cards. Okay, this is for cross watcher. So you're watching for Scorpio. So we got this one here. It came out in reverse. It's my time to shine. It's this one, okay? Which I feel like I don't think that. I feel like you should humble yourself when it comes to Scorpio. Maybe you're too much in your ego, and Scorpio doesn't like that. So you need to get that under check, okay? Or else Scorpio is gonna kick you to the curb. So this is for Scorpio on how to fix things with the person that you miss, but there's no communicative line right now, okay? I got this one here. And basically, you're supposed to say what you need to say, but maybe you're saying too much, okay? Maybe you also need to humble yourself in terms of your speech and how you're coming across with your speech for your partner that you miss, okay? Maybe they feel like you're too harsh with your words, you know? But then again, cross watchers, they need to let go of your ego if you're going to deal with Scorpios. So both of you guys need work, obviously. That's why you're watching this portion. We're going to do soulmates very quickly here. If you want a new person in your life, right? And it will happen according to divine timing. Here are the initials, okay? And if you can't see them, I will read them for you guys. I may or may not read duplicates. Okay, so we got A, E, P, G, O, L, A, T, Y, I, R, M, R, H, E, E, O, I, A, D, B, R, I, L, A, H, R, J, L. Okay, these are the initials in terms of the new soulmates. Okay, very quickly, I'm seeing LA here. Okay, I'm also seeing ride. Car rides could be relevant, or the sexual compatibility will be 10-10. Okay, somebody could also have a lot of money, or they work for Raya. Okay, or somebody likes to do like money transfers. Okay, maybe, yeah, either they have a lot of money or they work at Raya. Make it make sense. I'm also seeing race cars. So somebody is like into, it's giving Fast and the Furious. Somebody likes to race cars, obsessed with cars, like to drive fast, things of that nature. Okay, some of you guys are dealing with a person from a different culture, ethnicity, nationality, belief system. Okay, morals and values. That could also play a part. Somebody could work at retail. Somebody could be like ADHD, ADHD is also relevant, and something about hyperfixation. Or yeah, pretty much. I feel like somebody could also be into like a certain genre when it comes to what they like a subgenre of like a specific movie or franchise, film, music. Anime could be relevant, but specifically like Yuri and Yaoi, YAOI, okay, or Yuri. Somebody's like into hyper fixated, or like that's somebody's interest, okay. Somebody could be from Papua New Guinea. Somebody's obsessed with cars. Somebody could also, yeah, pretty much. For some of you guys, you're dealing with a person that might be a little bit hedonistic, okay? And somebody's also like very active, like they love being in nature, doing sports, but it's sports like it's very peculiar, and I feel like it goes into the hyperfixating when it comes to certain let me Google it, because I don't have the name for it, but like archery. Somebody's like obsessed with this. Oh wait, it's not coming out. It's like this. Where's the pictures? But it's like, there's a name for it. I just don't know what the name is for. It's like cosplaying, but it's not cosplaying. Maybe it's like it's something similar to that. I don't know how to. It's like when you go to certain events and you dress up like your favorite character, but it's like it kind of reminds me of Comic-Con, but you do activities like physical, like you meet up at a park or in the forest and you cosplay that. Like it's because Comic-Con is like you just cosplay and you meet your favorite artist and you bring all your favorite stuff for them to sign. This is more so like we're meeting here. I'm cosplaying as Legolas or I don't know, Bella Swan, Edward Cullen, and you just play off the part. I don't know how to, but that's somebody's interest. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in, and yeah, until next time, Scorpio. I don't really say it here, but if you want another one, you know what it is. If you've been watching my messages, you know what it is. Okay. Free to get a second one. On that note, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by.